important area, data acquisition and duplication. Data acquisition and duplication. Okay, so the data acquisition and duplication is extremely required to analyze the digital evidences. So if you look at computer system, there are two types of evidences available. One is known as volatile evidence, the other one is non-volatile evidence. So volatile evidences are vanished whenever you volatile evidences will be vanished from the systems whenever your system is rebooted or restarted, right? So volatile evidences are usually resides on your cache memory or memory, the RAM, whatever you call, will be there in the system. So then you got only one opportunity to investigate the volatile or acquire, I would say, acquire digital volatile evidences. But non-volatile evidence, we don't have that problem because non-volatile evidence will not be vanished if the system is rebooted. In other words, non-volatile digital evidences are stored in the secondary storage. I mean, storage media can be hard drive or secondary media. Secondary storages like video, DVDs, DVDs, CDs. Nowadays, nobody's using CDs and DVDs, but secondary hard drives, uh, flash drives, thumb drives. So those are the non-volatile data, right? So then, if you not have any issue, even if you shut down the system, and if you remember, we discussed during forensic investigation process, the state of computers are really important, state of the device. Meaning, if the device is up, right? If the device is up, what we're going to do is we are going to pull the power cable, right? We are not going to shut down the system, especially the system is untrusted, meaning you got a warrant, a search warrant, and you seize the device, and then if the device is in some other location, and we go there and we show them the uh, search warrant, and then we will uh, seize the computers. And before seize the computer, we are not going to shut down the system because as we have a process, I mean, phase called pre-forensic phase. That is where we build the forensic lab. That is where we train our people. That is where we build the forensic team. And that is where we purchase hardware and software. Even attackers has a readiness for attack. So you might have seen, right? So then people, I mean, criminals especially, they take every actions to, stop investigators find out information. Okay, so I hope you know that. So they usually what they do is now let's say if there is a crime, usually they use a vehicle to do the crime, and this vehicle is also a stolen one mostly, and they change the number plates because what happened is whenever they even if somebody note down the number plate, if you search for it, you will never be able to find it because it is someone else's. And I heard many stories in Sri Lanka. So what they do is they just steal someone else's similar vehicles plates first, right? Number plates first. There's a person, I think I can't remember. So some one person, he was shoot. I mean, someone has shoot him to dead. Um, Army Chutta or someone, I can't remember exactly. So this guy was again a criminal. He was driving to a gym or somewhere, and then there was sort of, like a small a scooty pep bike came to him, and they shoot using AK-47, no T-56 rifle, and then they flew, and then they have somebody has written down the numbers. When they search by the police in RMB, Motor Traffic Department, they found it's a sort of identical type of a scooty, but number is wrong. Okay, the owner of the scooty is somewhere very far from the real location. So that's happening. So they take some actions to prevent. And also, you guys might have seen even the news. It was there. There was a crime gang police was Scotland Yard police was raid. There was a criminal gang operates in London very recently, not Sherlock Holmes time. So what they did was they actually have developed a special operating system. They have it's totally encrypted, so all each member of the gang has a normal phone, but the phone has two operating systems running. Okay, so they have not disclosed much information. What they said was, even it was there in the movies, I mean in the news as well. So then apart from, now let's say you can have iOS or Android, whatever the operating system, underneath that they develop another operating system that they can communicate with each other in a secure way, and total their communication is encrypted. So somehow, Scotland Yard police raid them, and they taken all the devices and the gang to custody. Okay, so these are actually readiness. Even attackers take precautionary actions to stop or make investigators' life harder. Okay, so because of that, guys, now for example, if you are a forensic investigator and this machine is, let's assume this machine is used to perform a crime, and then if I'm an investigator and if I shut down, I'm gonna click on here, and I'm gonna click on shut down button, right? And then I'm gonna shut down. Okay, but there are small utilities that you can develop tools. Whenever you try to shut down in normal way, it can completely, you can write a script, completely clear or wipe data of your device. So it'll power off the device, and then we will take copies. And next, the question would be, sometimes you guys would ask, so you told us there are actually three types of acquisition. One is known as volatile data acquisition. The second one is non-volatile data acquisition. The third one is logical acquisition. Remember that, right? There are three acquisition methods. One is volatile data acquisition. So volatile data acquisition is acquiring the data resides in the memory. Right. So what are the data resides in memory? I'll show you a couple of stuff. I'm going to go to command line here. And if I do ipconfig, so this is one. So this is what I have in my system. I mean, IP addresses and all that. So whenever you conduct assessment, first we want to do is just go to CD's dangerous. Let's say CHFI. I think we have that. So what we will do is I'm going to do ipconfig, and I'm going to send this to c:/dangerous CHFI, and then I'm going to say DNS info. So we can create it. So once you create it, if you go to this particular folder, sorry, and then DNS info. So here, all the DNS info that I have taken to, taken as a text file. So likewise, we can take all the other, task here, let's say net stat, sorry, yeah, so net stats A. Yeah, so this is the network statistics. So probably if you conduct an investigation, so you can see there are number of sessions being created, right? So same way you can take this one as also, I'm gonna say c:/dangerous CHFI netstat.txt. So likewise, you can take all these. I mean, now you have these network statistics. So then this is the foreign addresses and local addresses and the established sessions, their protocols and all that. Okay. And then if you look at the next one, let's say ipconfig display DNS, I'm going to say c:/dangerous CHFI DNS, sorry, URL list. So this URL list is the one in the memory. Okay. So here you see the configuration. I mean, these are the, URLs in the memory and all that. So you can collect this information, and also the running the services, process and all that. So these are in the memory. With the time that I rebooted the machine, I will lost it. Okay. So now this is the volatile acquisition.